It's December 2014, and inside the Lumiere Place casino, a man in a black zip-up is stood by a slot machine. His hand pauses above the spin button, his phone discreetly recording. Moments later, jackpot.
This is unprecedented. This was the biggest scandal that the Nevada gaming regulators had ever witnessed.
But he doesn't react. Instead, he cashes out and moves on to the next machine. No celebration, no hesitation, just precision. Unbeknownst to security, he isn't gambling. He's executing a plan. A plan that's taken millions of dollars from slot machines worldwide. But how are they doing it? And more importantly, can they be stopped? What follows is a true story of brilliance, deceit, and the downfall of a mastermind. Early in 2009, Russia bans gambling overnight, shutting down thousands of casinos. Slot machines, a once multi-billion-dollar industry, are now worthless junk being sold off in bulk. One of them lands in St. Petersburg at the hands of Murat Bilev, a former software engineer and tech enthusiast. He isn't a gambler. He doesn't care for casinos or the establishment, but he does have a passion for software and tinkering. Out of curiosity, he dismantles a slot machine on his kitchen table. Studying its circuits, breaking down its code, he's keen to understand how this thing works. Which is when he first sees it. Slot machines aren't truly random. They can't be because every outcome is dictated by a pseudo-random number generator, PRNG, an algorithm designed to create the illusion of chance. At its core, a PRNG starts with an initial set of seed numbers and combines them with a set of hidden inputs, like the slot machine's internal clock. In theory, it's uncrackable, but Bilev believes he's found a flaw. With enough spins, he thinks he can reverse engineer the code and pinpoint exactly when the slot machine jackpot is due to pay out. What starts out as curiosity turns into a formula, and then an obsession. He tells his closest friend, another engineer and part-time hacker. Before long, there's a small group of misfits scrutinising thousands of slot machine spins in their spare time. Hungry to refine their algorithmic understanding, they need to build a custom software app. The application will record recent results and, hopefully, instruct them exactly when to hit spin. Their plan is bold. Armed with smartphones, strategy and information, they want to hack the system and make casinos pay all over the world. If they succeed, they'll take millions. But hackers don't just target casinos. Your personal information is at risk too, which is why today's video sponsor is Aura, an all-in-one digital security solution. In today's digital world, your personal information is always at stake. Hackers and scammers are constantly looking for ways to steal your identity and finances. Most people don't even know their private information is already exposed. Aura can notify you if your password, social security number or bank accounts are leaked on the dark web. Plus, it also includes credit monitoring, spam call protection and a built-in VPN to keep your browsing safe and secure. Think you're savvy enough to outsmart the online scammers? Take Aura's free quiz, Are You Smarter Than a Scammer, and find out. Or take their 14-day free trial to see if your data has already been exposed. Just visit aura.com/tilt to get started today. There's a link in the description down below. Stay safe online with Aura. Now, let's get back to Bilev and his crew. By 2011, theory isn't enough. Murat Bilev and his team are ready. They crave real casinos, real money, and real wins. The first test takes place in Eastern Europe, targeting older machines such as the Aristocrat Mark VI and Novomatic Coolfire. Bilev will blend in as a casual gambler, discreetly recording the spins on his smartphone. Now the casinos are packed with state-of-the-art surveillance. Pan, tilt, zoom cameras sweep every inch of the floor, and facial recognition software flags known winners the moment they step into the casino. But the system has one weakness. It still relies on human vigilance, and Bilev is fully aware. Carefully, he gathers 20 to 30 spins worth of data and uploads the footage. Back in St. Petersburg, Bilev's team runs the data through their software. The algorithm calculates when the slot machine is expected to pay out, and then Bilev gets text confirmation. There's a 97% chance of maximum payout in 3, 2, 1. He hits spin. The results are staggering. Small bets of $20 to $30 soon turn into hundreds, and then thousands. The system works. Confidence grows, and within weeks, so does their ambition. Soon after, they expand beyond Eastern Europe, hitting casinos in Macau, Singapore, and the United States. Each operative follows strict protocols, never taking more than $10,000 from each slot machine, rotating casinos, and acting like regular gamblers. But the operation isn't perfect. Recording without drawing attention is harder than expected. Occasionally, casino security start to notice players hesitating for long periods before pressing spin, and in some cases, internet connectivity disrupts their timing. With technology improving, Bilev's team adapts, but with every new success, the risk grows. They're winning big, but they're leaving a trail of evidence in their wake. By 2012, Murat's syndicate is taking millions from the biggest casinos in the world. Las Vegas, Atlantic City, London, they're everywhere. However, cracks are beginning to form. In Romania, a team member lingers at a slot machine without playing. Casino security follow him closely, which leads to a panic. He leaves the casino empty-handed with his cards marked. In Prague, a bigger problem emerges. On maximum stakes, an operative is following the algorithm's instructions. Return messages fail to come through, and then they do, all at once. As a result, a flurry of big money plays see thousands of dollars lost in seconds. Worse still, the player lashes out in frustration, drawing attention from the casino. Bilev knows that these setbacks aren't just inconveniences, they're becoming dangerous. Las Vegas casinos are starting to share reports of unusual betting patterns, and security teams are becoming more vigilant. In response, Bilev enforces even stricter protocols. Operatives must disguise data collection by casually chatting with players and staff. No single machine should be played for more than $1,000. Activity must be spread across multiple casinos to avoid detection. But despite their efforts, the casinos increase surveillance. A pit boss in Macau notices one of the players subtly adjusting his phone in his pocket whilst playing. Suspicious, casino security corner him for further questioning. Sensing the danger, Bilev's player bolts. Security fail to apprehend him, but the incident is logged, and CCTV pictures are distributed amongst the casino community. Bilev always knew casinos were watching, but this time they're not just watching, they're looking for him. By 2013, Bilev's operation is running at full capacity. His syndicate has operatives across Europe, Asia and North America. The majority are exploiting vulnerable slot machines for big money in Las Vegas. But the delays in their system, from recording spins, uploading footage and waiting for signals, are becoming a liability. Bilev knows that he needs a faster solution. Back in St. Petersburg, the team's attention shifts. Real-time streaming is their answer because it will eliminate delays completely. Now, instead of uploading pre-recorded footage, he and others will live stream their spins directly to the syndicate via Skype. The algorithm will then analyse the data instantly and send back precise timing markers within seconds. The results are game-changing. With the new system and the improvements in their algorithm, Russian operatives are now able to predict payouts with near-perfect accuracy, in real time. No more lag, no more missed signals, no more mistakes. So with their efficiency doubled, they push even harder. The MGM Grand, Venetian and Wynn Casino are their biggest targets. In a single week, a 4-person team in Vegas rakes in $250,000 profit. But the faster system comes with new risks, because operatives must now keep their phones constantly streaming. To avoid detection, Bilev modifies their approach. His operatives will hide their phones inside mesh-lined shirt pockets, allowing discreet recording. And they also rotate between the machines even more aggressively, staying no longer than 15 minutes at each one. At first, these adjustments keep them under the radar, but the syndicate's growing success is also making them reckless and careless. Whilst reviewing footage, casino security spots a team member repeatedly adjusting his phone's pocket position as he plays. This time, their cover is blown. The Nevada Gaming Control Board are now onto them, and they are known as the Russian slots hackers. Bilev knows that time is running out. But what he doesn't know is that federal agents are now onto him. Surveillance footage from multiple casinos across America reveals eerily consistent betting patterns. Big wins on specific slot machines, precise timing between spins, and a handful of individuals reappearing in different cities. One name keeps showing up at all of them: Murat Bilev. Darren Hoke, a surveillance expert from a casino in Louisiana, is first to connect the dots. He shares his findings with the State Gaming Commission, and soon enough, authorities have mapped out Bilev's movements through the most unsuspecting means. Car rental records and flight manifests confirm that he's flying in, hitting multiple casinos and leaving without a trace. They know who he is, but they must catch him in the act and prove it. Come December 2014, Murat Bilev is back in the United States. Despite close calls and rising suspicion, he refuses to stop. His syndicate is raking in the cash, and the FBI still doesn't know exactly how they're pulling it off. Bilev arrives in Missouri with 3 of his best operatives. Their target, casinos in St. Louis and Illinois. Why? Because these are known for housing the most vulnerable aristocrat Mark 6 slot machines. For days, they work like ghosts, hitting machines, collecting thousands, and moving between casinos without raising the alarm. Their real-time streaming system is more advanced than ever. The signals are perfect and the wins feel effortless. It works in 3 simple steps. Step 1, operatives stream spins on a target machine using a smartphone. Now the more spin data they have, the better it is. Step 2, the footage is then picked up in St. Petersburg where the algorithm analyses the machine's PRNG behaviour to identify the machine's seed numbers. And step 3, within minutes, the algorithm reverse engineers the code, syncs with the machine's behaviour and sends a vibrating alert to the operative's phone in their top pocket. All they have to do is hit spin at the right time, except this time it's different. Law enforcement, tipped off by the car rental company, have been quietly tracking their movements across the United States, and now the odds are well and truly against them. The Hollywood casino in St. Louis is buzzing with gambling activity. Bilev is unaware that his high-stakes game is about to come to an end. Locked in his routine, he streams the slot machine's activity, waits for the signal, hits spin, and cashes out another jackpot. He barely reacts. Calm, controlled, methodical. He's done it 1,000 times before. He heads to the next slot machine, but he never makes it. "Sir, we need to speak with you." 2 plainclothes FBI agents step in his way. Bilev glances up, his expression blank, his mind races. Do they know? Have they figured it out? Or is it just a routine check? Across town, in a casino in St. Charles, another operative isn't so lucky. She's surrounded by security. Her phone and cash are confiscated. She doesn't even try to argue. And then back over the river in Illinois, 2 more operatives are taken into custody mid-session. Their winnings are seized and their phones are collected as evidence. Back at the Hollywood casino, Bilev tries to stay composed. Maybe they don't have enough proof. Maybe he'll get off lightly. How much evidence do they really have? Murat Bilev and 3 of his operatives are arrested and indicted for cheating slot machines in 10 casinos. Facing overwhelming evidence, they take a plea bargain. Bilev is sentenced to 2 years in federal prison, followed by deportation. One of his team members, hoping for leniency, cooperates with the authorities, revealing key details about the syndicate's operations. But it doesn't matter. The team back in Russia is untouchable, and 90% of the funds have already been laundered. And even with the arrests, the operation doesn't die. Within months, similar scams are identified in casinos across the world. From Peru to Singapore, their techniques evolve along with improving technology. The syndicate remain one step ahead. For casinos, the easiest solution would be to replace older machines, but that costs millions per property, and for many, it's cheaper to improve surveillance and track players. Rather than risk the bad press, the casinos write this story off as an isolated incident of fraud. But the truth? The losses don't come out of the casino's pocket, they come out of yours. Slot machine odds are tightened, payout rates are adjusted, and everyday gamblers, the ones who never stood a chance to win, are the ones who pay the price financially. Unlike this guy in the next video. Check it out.